Hello, and welcome back to the final episode of the Ptolus miniseries.
No, you said it! No, you didn't have to say it!
No,
I
if
did.
you say it, that means it's real.
When you say, yes, when I speak, it becomes real.
Oh, that hurt even more. Good.
Oh, it has been a fantastic 4 weeks. I'll tell you what, it's was more than what I expected, to be honest. When I was reached out and contacted to do this, I was like, yeah, it'll be fun. We'll stream it. And this has been an amazing experience. Thank you to the 4 people here who decided to put their time in my hands. It could have gone poorly.
Yeah.
They didn't know me from Adam. So it was great. I don't know what else to say. It's just, it's been wonderful to revisit this setting and bring it here. We always want to thank our sponsors again, especially. So I'm going to start with Monty Cook Games, especially just because obviously Monty Cook has been a part of my life in some degree or another for 10 years. And all the content that they come up with is fantastic. I believe the Darkest House Kickstarter did finish.
Yes, it ended literally an hour ago.
Oh.
We smashed through all of our stretch goals. We raised over $220,000, 3,000 backers. Thank you all so much. This is something that we have never done before as a company, a completely online-only product, and we're super happy that you have enough faith in us that we will deliver something fantastic and amazing. So
Absolutely.
We are not going to disappoint.
No, and what's great about it, since it's the way it's designed, is it plops into any campaign or whatever setting you have, rules-wise. It, can go anywhere. There's a place actually in Ptolus. I know of a place already that I would put this in. There's a specific house that I'm like, that's where that's going.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see the Mass Effect again in the Darkest House. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Maybe a vote. Maybe people can put it to a vote.
Don't do that to Blurg, you guys!
Oh, I would cry. I would absolutely
I
cry.
would
Callisto would set everything on fire immediately.
Just burn it all to the ground.
Yeah.
Our other sponsor, Roll20, has been a huge part of this past 4 weeks. We've been using their service to do all the combat. It's helped me as a GM just because I've got all my notes right there in the service. Ways for me to pop in monsters from my GM layer that the players can't see, and then they just pop in, and I get literal screams. It's been fantastic.
Rude.
It's so good. So we want to thank Roll20 for all of their support for that. We also want to thank Hero Forge. So all of the even in-game tokens, I've used Hero Forge to make those. And what's phenomenal is, we've got those, and then the players, when they want, they can get those printed out at a later time. If we ever somehow, after the before times, we get to the after times, could somehow meet together, they would actually have those tokens, which is a really cool thing to have. Obviously, we also want to thank our illustrator, and I'm sorry, I know he's going to kill me.
Josh from Creative Outpouring.
Josh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
From Creative Outpouring.
Yes.
Those illustrations have been a great way to just get us all in the mindset and just get us honed in on what's where we are as a group and who we are as a group, and really solidify all that stuff. It's just awesome to have that jumping off point, if you will. And then I want to thank D4. They just celebrated their 100th episode. Really great friends of mine, and Dustin and Devin, and because of them, I'm able to be here tonight to bring you guys the last episode and our chaotic something episode. And everybody, welcome to Ptolus.
A city of mysteries, secrets, and dark histories. A city that lies forever in the shadow of a towering stone spire reaching impossibly high into the sky. Itself an enigma, and a reminder of evil long past. In this city, the supernatural is expected, and treachery lies around every corner. Or is it that the supernatural lies around every corner, and treachery is expected? Either way, the city abounds with danger, magic, intrigue, and above all, adventure. Welcome to Ptolus, City by the Spire.
Am I gonna miss that opening?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it every Friday forever.
Aww.
Hey, if you want to keep watching it, it's conveniently in all of these VODs on the RockPunch YouTube channel.
I have also
Perfect.
done that a lot. I will.
So yeah, go back to RockPunch and watch those. You can watch all 12 hours.
Never has to
Whatever
end
it
if
is.
you keep watching it, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So, where we left off last week, the party met with Grandpapa as they were digging deeper into this mystery. You see, they came across this village that had all of these people that were mind controlled and taken over, and they were able to defend them and fight against this one-eyed creature and these ogres who all had bone rings on their fingers. They got inside the desecrated temple to Lothian, and there they just saw just vile depictions of this anti-Lothian tableau and display. There they found some key information, gathered it up, ran off, and went to Grandpapa's to take a breather, look through the information, and see what they could learn. They found a letter from presumably some member with inside the Lothian church that is actually working with the Pact Lords of the Quan, and had kind of given them this temple as a staging ground. And additionally, they found 2 maps with areas circled on those maps. One area in the Nobles' Quarter, where Grandpapa lives, and 2 areas in Old Town. They didn't realize, oh yes, we were going to have dinner with Modoth, and they met with him and learned a little bit more about the Pact Lords, and that, in fact, Modoth was once a Pact Lord himself, but got away from that life. And he was there to offer them service and some time to rest, and good wine and food. On their way back to rest for the night, they were on their way to the Nobles' Quarter, driving down, or in their carriage going down Dalengard Road, when they were stopped by some commotion. They all looked out to see what was happening because they hear screaming and yelling at this night, and there they see an orc running down the road, engulfed in flames, screaming, "Help me!" And he runs up to a woman, begging for her to help, and as he gets close to her, her skin begins to crackle and burn, her clothing singeing and burning away as she's trying to clamber and get away from him. He pushes her away and just looks around wildly for anybody to help him. Our players,
Callista would like
What do
to
you
do
do?
a thing.
all right, what does Callista do as this crazed orc is trying to get help?
Callista would like to use control flames.
Okay. And you just try to extinguish him?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach out, you can actually sense the magic around him, and due to your chaotic nature, as well as your sorceress and arcanist touch, you just sense wild sorceress magic emanating from this person, just like from within and out. but he's not controlling it somehow. It's just like wild magic. You reach out and whoom, extinguish the flames, and he drops to his knees. He's just.
Are you all right? Does he look burned? Does he look?
His clothing, everything on him, he's pretty far away at this point. He's still about a good 30 feet, 40 feet, ahead of you guys, because you guys have a crowd between your carriage and him. Everybody kind of got a circle around him.
Felix will just yell out over the distance, "Sir, do you need an ointment?" And
Felix? Is that your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Grandpapa. So he, I'm sure Grandpapa's doing something, but
I was like, what?
yeah. Heathcliff yells out, "Sir, do you need an ointment, an unguent, salve of some kind?"
What happened?
It was probably magic. I'm gonna say it was magic related.
Do you know who did this to you?
I was.
What happened?
Do you go to him?
Yeah, she will
Okay.
run up to him and she will keep her guard up in case the flames come back.
Sure. You feel like for the moment you've kind of suppressed this magic.
Does it literally feel like I'm holding them from expanding back over him?
At the moment you feel like you've contained it.
Okay.
You kind of put it out. But that magic, that wild magic, that chaotic magic is still kind of surging, but it is slowly starting to kind of chill out.
Okay.
But next to him, he grabs a hold on to you. He's like, I don't know what happened. I just came from selling my axe. I needed money for food. I walked out and I was heading down back to Midtown when this happened to me.
Does he look actually injured?
No.
Okay.
What about the people that he set on fire?
Oh, they definitely look injured. You actually see the lady he had touched. People have kind of come to try to tend her. There's actually people like further up the road that seem to all be hurt a little bit, that had gotten maybe close to him at some point. There are a lot of people starting to give him, now that things are calming down, they're really starting to give him the dirty look.
Heathcliff is going to sort of hold up his hand like, "All right, everyone. No, tempers are running high. That's understandable given the situation, but there's clearly been some sort of magical incident, and I don't think anyone here is at fault. Let's just get the wounded tended to." And he'll try, so persuasion, I guess.
Absolutely. And I want Calista to do an arcane check, and I want the other two, if y'all can give me not spot checks, but perception.
Okay. I just realized my Beyond 20 is not up, so let me get that.
Oh, yeah, my Beyond 20 is not up either, but I rolled a 19.
Good.
13.
13. Okay.
Did mine go through? Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
That's a 15 on the persuasion for Heathcliff.
Great. So Heathcliff is, because of your size and your coloring, your general presence, you start to draw people's attention away, and they start, "Oh, I believe he's right. Yeah, okay."
And now,
wild, crazy magic.
Now a few tunes of my own composition, and I'm just going to begin performing in the street, and I'll be using my what is the name of that feature again? Enthralling performance, essentially. So I'm basically performing. After a minute, I can basically, anyone who looks like they're still riled up, like who look like they might, hey, let's get that guy. They'll be the targets of my enthralling.
Sure, great. Yeah, it's definitely working. You've gotten enough people to kind of pay attention to you. Callista and Samira. Callista, as you're kind of sitting there, you feel like a sense of surge of chaotic magic. About a good 40 feet back towards, going towards the Noble's Quarter. And Samira, you notice as this crowd is pulled close, there's one person you just see like kind of a fluttering of a black cloak dart around a corner and disappear. And it was just kind of, a fleeting thing. And they're the only person kind of not being a part of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah.
Did he run in the direction that I felt the chaos come from?
so at this point, you don't know what Samira has seen.
Got it.
You just know it's Samira. You see that person about 40 feet towards the Noble's Quarter, and Callista. That wild surge of magic is in generally the same direction. Yes.
I feel another surge of chaos.
As soon as you say that, I start running in the direction that I saw that guy.
Okay.
Apparently, Samira feels it too.
Where are you guys going?
Bolts
We're
on.
running.
Like I'm like looking at Heathcliff and looking at the group. We'll be back, and I'll run after both of them.
Oh.
Heathcliff just goes, there will be no encore, and runs after them.
Immediately, like, is running and playing running music.
The tempo picks up.
Of course.
It's probably the first time we've ever had in a game where the entire party's had running music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and of course, as Heathcliff runs away, there's this sound.
As you do.
Yes.
Very.
Exit. Stage right.
Pursued by fire.
You guys take off. You're all just charging, running.
Yeah.
Samira, you are leading the way.
Yeah.
You get around this corner when you see there's people here now. Things have started kind of thickening back out of people, and there's kind of it's a small, very small little market off the side road here. You're heading back towards Emperor's Road in Old Town, and ahead you see that black figure walk by this woman. He keeps heading on. When the woman who's packing up for the evening had this like a little bakery shop selling baked goods, she's like, what's happening? What's happening? And she begins slowly floating up into the air.
Well, that's fun. So I have a question. How far? Like, I can definitely see him.
Yes. At this point, he's just walking down the road.
Okay. How far away is he from me?
At this point, I'd say he's probably about 20 feet.
Cool.
He's walking very quickly.
Okay, that's perfect though. I'd love to cast Hold Person on him if I could.
All right.
Oh.
So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
DC 14. Let me pull up my information. Dropbox. There you go. Is it a wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me a while. Items load. All right. 19.
Well, dang it.
Yeah, so he walks by, and you send out, you pray out to Lothian, please, hold that man in place so that we may, right this wrong or whatever. And it just seems to almost get, when it close to him, the wild magic that's in this area seems to almost tear it up and just send it sputtering away.
Well, that's just rude.
You want me to shoot him?
No, there's people.
Okay.
So this woman, it just continues rising up into the air.
So I'm gonna try and jump for her foot.
You have a thing you could tie to my arrow, and then maybe like I don't want to shoot her, but like we could put a stopper on it and like, maybe tags around. I don't know. I'm
guys,
thinking.
I cast Mage
guys?
Hand and I just try to like hold her down. I don't
Okay.
know. I
So
don't know
let's
if that's how
let's
that
do
works.
a dexterity check. A dex check to see if or acrobatics, whichever one you think would be more appropriate for you to jump up and try to grab him.
I'm gonna go for an athletics on that one. I think.
Athletics, perfect.
Oh, beautiful. That's a 24.
24.
Ooh.
Okay. You sprint over to her after it doesn't work. And at this point, she's about 10 feet in the air, and you're able to jump up and grab her by the foot and hold her in place. But you can feel that she's slowly, like, just continuing to. It's like a balloon. It's like a hot air balloon. She's like
this it.
Lady in her 50s.
Don't like it.
Yeah, she's just like, what's happening to me? What's happening?
We're gonna figure it out, Air Lady. Hold on.
So
can
no.
anyone
Go ahead.
dispel anything, or do we have that ability right now?
nope, I'm out of the high stuff.
I never bothered learning that song. That's probably a good one to learn at some point.
So when I feel that she's like, when I feel that my weight is like a counterbalance, but I'm not bringing her down, I will yell down to Blurg, the rope, get the rope.
You got it.
Like I've got one arm on her and I've got one arm down here and I'm like, toss me that rope.
On the way. And I toss, reach into my adventurer's pack or whatever and toss the rope.
I literally could have just handed you the rope with my mage hand, but okay.
Being dramatic.
Okay. I like being dramatic. Catch.
Right now, we're literally like 10 feet apart. Blurg can literally just hand me this rope, and I'm like,
it's like, I totally get the panic as well, yes. The rope! Mission Impossible. Do, right here.
If there are any abilities, who's likely going to need to make a roll for this? I can give Bardic Inspiration if need be.
No. Give it to Blurg. Inspire Blurg.
You can do this, Blurg.
Yep.
You're the
Dungeon
best
coach.
You're the best dungeon coach ever.
Yeah.
If you pull this off, the rest of us will douse you in a big cooler full of Gatorade.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a drink made from alligators.
I don't think I like water or gators.
Interesting.
It's tradition. It's tradition. The dungeon coach always gets doused in a big bucket of that.
Oh,
win.
I feel like as a dungeon coach, that's something I should have learned. But when it told us,
take your inspiration.
Yes, dude.
That'll be. I believe that's a D8.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll for the purpose, I guess, like help just kind of as I'm assuming Samira will kind of grab her and I'll just kind of hold on.
Okay. You're tying her up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get her.
So use rope, I guess, or whatever, dexterity.
Yep. And I'm gonna is there anything around like her cart or anything that I could tie it to?
Yeah, her cart you could
On the back end of that?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah. Sounds good.
You gotta roll for me.
Sure. I can do that.
Dex, let's just see how.
Oh my god.
No.
No!
I rolled a 1.
Okay. I was back looking at roll 20.
You're fine.
Okay. So wait, you got Bardic Inspiration, right?
I do, but I don't think that helps. It's gonna help.
It's a skill check. It's not an automatic fail.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a skill check.
Okay,
not an automatic fail.
that's true. So let me give you the number here. So if it's we'll say acrobatics, so that's a 6 plus an 8, so 14. What the hell just happened?
There you go. All right.
The inspiration worked.
I told you could do it.
So
Gatorade coming up.
you've got the
We'll
other
need to
end
find
of the
some.
rope.
We'll need to find several alligators and a juicer.
As long as they're friendly.
So you gotta jump up and are able to get the rope tied on her ankle. As you're running to her cart, you trip and fall. Like, you roll. You think you're gonna lose the end of the rope. You catch it, and slide it right next to the wheel, and you're just like, oh. Boop. Tie it up real nice.
I like exhale and like just lay on the ground.
So yeah, you guys have contained this woman, and she's still just like, what is happening? What? Get me down! Someone get me down! I don't know what's happening.
We'll get you down in just a second. We've got to find the gentleman who did this to you. He went that way. I'm so sorry. Stay with your cart.
What?
Don't fly away. Goodbye.
What?
As like we walk,
here like
as
this?
we walk forward, you'll probably start to enjoy it if you stop panicking.
But
Just breathe.
demons have me in their grasp. Demons are controlling me.
Oh,
They're
no.
lifting me up.
Oh, no.
Someone save me!
Yeah, it wasn't a good
can't
idea
just
by
leave
me.
me here. And you guys just keep just.
Gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I'll pull her down. She's like having a panic attack. Like I'm gonna like yank the rope
Okay.
and get the rope down to the ground.
So you're able to pull her down. She's like,
Okay.
oh, she holds on to you. Just thank you. Oh, thank you, Cleric of Lothian. Oh, praise be to Lothian. Oh, save me from these demons. You push. Okay.
Like
Question. Here's a question.
Yeah.
If I cast levitate on her, I can force her down, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
Though I don't know if casting a spell on her is a good idea because
I don't think so.
no, you're just gonna have to wait for it to wear off. I think, but it will wear off. It will wear off.
No,
It's not going to wear off. There are demons. They're taking me away. They're taking me to that cursed necropolis.
Well, even demons need to have a little lie down every now
Someone
and
throw
then.
some
So,
holy water on her.
you have holy water? Does anyone have holy water?
Hold on. I'm looking.
I would imagine
And
you would have some.
I take out my water skin, which is definitely not holy water, and I'm just like, maybe that's what help.
Lothian be with you. Lothian be with you. Lothian be with you.
Oh, it's working! It's working. Look, you feel better. You feel better.
Do you let go, Samira?
You know, like I like she's holding on to me, and like I take her by her shoulders and I pry her off of me,
Okay.
and I put her hands on her cart to keep
Okay.
her on the ground.
Okay. All right. You guys do that, and you put her. She's like, "What do I do? What do I do?
Hold on. Just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Pray over me, cleric, that I may not be. They might not fly off."
I will do that with like Blurg is splashing her with regular water,
Yep.
and I'm like blessing the water as
Okay. You now are left with a hysterical, soggy citizen just gripping to the cart, thanking you profusely for saving her from the demons that were carrying her off to the necropolis.
Do you want to hold on to this? Maybe, if you get in, you get scared and you can just drink it.
Yes, she reaches out to grab the
Oh, no.
water skin and begins
Yeah.
to float.
Oh,
Oh.
you gotta,
Here we go. There we are.
Uh,
Just hold on. One arm always on the cart.
yep.
Mhm.
Hold on to that.
Never let go of the cart.
Pours the water over her head and is
No, make sure to save some for you. Save
Yeah.
some for you.
and she's saying prayers and other incantations.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm out of high level stuff. I cannot dispel on her. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That might be a bad idea. Like,
It might.
it seems to be infected with that chaos. So,
Well,
You
let's
hear a scream. Now at this point, about 100 feet away, somewhere else in the city,
We have to go.
yeah.
and then the screams kick up as more people are freaking out about something further up the road.
Well, let's follow the noise.
I'm sensing all of the chaos.
Right behind you.
Ma'am, don't let go of your cart. Lothian be with you.
Bye.
You guys tear off, chasing after this noise, and it gets closer and closer. You turn a corner, and you see this It looks like some kind of squid, fiendish octopus type creature that's half in a wall. And it's like reaching out, trying to grab people as they all walk around. I need Calissa to give me another arcane check. Also do it with advantage this time.
Okay.
Now that you're kind of tuned into what's happening. And so this octopus is trying to, like, it's red, and it's almost seems like it's glowing from within with hellish, fiendish balefire. It's got several eyes looking around. Its suckers have hooks and claws as it's trying to get people. Yes, sorry.
For some reason, when I rolled with advantage on D&D Beyond, it didn't translate to roll 20, but I got a 19.
Nice.
So you're kind of in tune at this point, and you notice of all the people that are freaking out and backing up, there's this dwarf who's like really freaked out, and that chaotic spell energy is emanating from him and seems to be connected to that octopus. And everybody's like, how did that get here? Where is that coming from? And he's like, I don't... And you notice his hands seem to... Everybody else looks like his hands spasm, but he does this like incantation, and a shadow mastiff just comes into existence and is summoned pretty close to him. And it begins baying and howling. And the dwarf is like, ah!
So he's pretending to be afraid, but summoning this stuff?
No, I think he's being controlled.
Oh, got it. Great.
So confused. But also impressed?
Yeah.
So he's backing up as this summoned shadow mastiff is like, circling and sniffing and looking around for someone to attack.
Guys, I have a serious question.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not really a question. It's more of a statement. No, it is a question. Is there such thing as too much chaos?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we at that point?
I think we might be.
We're getting there. We're in the ballpark, as it were.
Do I not like this chaos because I can't help? Because I don't have any way to help? Is that what I'm feeling right now? I don't know how to control the chaos right now?
Yeah, this is like chaos that is not you, so...
Yeah.
I like
hand
control.
spasm, a Fomorian pops into existence.
Oh my god, that's
I don't know what to
do!
I'm gonna go...
It's looking around completely confused as to how it got there.
I don't want it to hit me, but I really like it.
I'm gonna go knock this dwarf out.
Okay.
So I'm literally gonna run up to him and I'm like, I'm so sorry, but by the power of Lothian, you need to not be awake right now. I'm gonna hit him with the hilt of my sword.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Non-lethal. 16.
Oh yeah. He's just a dude.
He's just a dude.
I mean, he's just a dwarf that's like, he's just getting normal, just kind of citizen's clothing.
Yeah, I just was like, shh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
How much damage?
Let's find out. 11.
Ooh.
Non-lethal. It's non-lethal.
You may have jogged his memory too hard. So you clock him over the back of the head. Wham! And he's just like, ooh. And he into the dirt.
I want to catch him at least. Like I'm gonna lay him down gently.
Okay. Now most of you who have seen summoning magic before know how summoning magic works. You knock the person out. Whatever they summon goes back. These don't.
Oh.
They stay.
Oh.
As the Shadow Mastiff lunges at Samira. So we will go with initiative. We're going to do Theater of the Mind for this one.
Sure.
Cool.
So let's go with a bit of that.
Initiative, you say?
Initiative.
Here's a question. I don't have a token to click on. Will my initiative go through?
You should actually have the token on. If you go back to Delver Square.
Yeah, you can.
Everybody's token is.
Oh, I'm very zoomed out. That's why.
There I am.
Of course, you don't have.
No?
Do it right.
There we are.
Man, the clucking hens are still having a good time. That's good.
So those that don't know, we have in Roll20, I have just kind of like general city ambiance noise that they can listen to. So this just sounds like all the chickens are just like, wow, this is cool.
Chickens are having the best time right now.
Best time. Living the best life.
Best time. What is your initiative? +1. Okay.
I don't want to kill the shadow puppy.
I rolled my initiative before I clicked my token, but I got a 19. Or I got a 15. I'm sorry.
All right. So we can add everybody in here. Okay, Callista got a 19.
15.
15.
Yeah.
And then I'm Blurg, I think, is the last person.
11.
11.
11.
Strong 11.
All right. Heathcliff, what's your dexterity?
I believe 14.
14. So it's
Oh, I'm sorry, 16. 16.
16. Okay, so you will go ahead of the Shadow Mastiff. Would you like to do it?
Okay. Now, the Fomorian is also here, right?
Yeah, right now the Fomorian seems too confused as to what's going on. You know, it was just ripped out of wherever its existence was, and it's just kind of trying to
Just kinda
gather
here.
its bearings.
Okay. I'm going to attack the Shadow Mastiff.
Okay.
Dogs being Heathcliff's natural enemy.
Naturally.
As you do.
And yeah, let's go with a Shatter spell, I think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. No, that's going to... I think casting magic might be quite bad at this juncture, but...
Ooh.
You know, no, Heathcliff's not experienced enough to know that, so he casts Shatter at 2nd level. Did I go through?
Yep.
DC 14 Constitution save. Obviously, I'm placing the sphere so that it doesn't hit anybody else, just
Sure.
like behind the Shadow Mastiff.
All right, Constitution. The things I didn't think were gonna happen happened.
Oh no.
Welcome to Ptolus.
Yeah, 16.
So it makes the save. It takes 10 points of thunder damage.
10 points of thunder damage. Okay. Yeah, so it gets rocked. Just kind of shakes off, but it still goes in and goes to bite Samira.
No.
Oh, before that happens, I'll use my bonus action to grant Mantle of Inspiration to the whole party. So
Yeah.
everybody gets some bonus hit points.
Heyo.
+5, eh?
I believe it's +5, yes.
Yeah.
And
temporarily-
everybody can reposition themselves as they see fit up to their move.
Cool.
I will choose to stay where I am just because I am the hardiest of us, and this mastiff is gonna. It can still move. I think so. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Heathcliff's gonna back up 30 feet away, so he, hit it with the shatter, and then immediately whoop, backs up.
Gotcha.
You hear this again?
Every time, I love it.
Me too.
And actually,
Oh.
because you're all under the effects of the mantle, whenever you do your bonus move, that sound effect accompanies it.
Amazing.
Of course. So there's all these whistling wee people go around, and it seems to throw off the mastiff just hearing all these things as it goes to attack, and it looks around and a
Oh,
9
love it.
will miss as it lands growling and shadowy in front of you. Callista,
Yes. Is
Your
it my
turn.
turn?
easy.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess. So, remind me what's around us. We have the Mastiff, and then Samira's right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bunch of people around.
Yeah,
right?
there's just a bunch. Well, at this point, people are starting to like take off,
Okay.
dodge into houses and into shops, down back alleyways. People are trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
And as you're looking around, you see that shadowy figure further down the road, and now it's just like head down, but watching this whole situation.
Okay. Okay. All right, that actually changes a
Within
little
about
bit.
60 feet of where you guys are at.
Beautiful. That actually changes what I'm going to do. I am going to cast Scorching Ray,
Okay.
but I'm going to do 2 bolts on the shadowy hooded figure, and I'm going to do 1 bolt on the Mastiff, just in case something goes weird.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Callista Fire dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
First
pretty
one
shiny.
to hit is a 19.
That's on the Mastiff.
Second one to hit is a natural 20. And third one to hit is a 23.
Okay, so remind me, the Shadow Mastiff got 1. That dude got
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Okay, so he got a crit and a regular hit. And the Mastiff got a hit. All right, let's start with the Mastiff, and then we'll go with our other boyo.
All right. So the Mastiff takes 8 points of damage. Oh,
Okay.
wait. I casted this at 3rd level, so I get an extra ray. The 4th one to hit is a 18 to hit.
Okay, yeah, those all hit.
And that one will go to the shadowy figure as well.
Okay, so 3 to him, 1 to...
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, so yeah, the Mastiff takes 8 points of damage.
okay.
And then how...
So the crit's going to get max damage. So just, if you rolled max dice, how much damage would you do?
12.
Okay, so the crit's at 12.
And then... Okay. That is 14 more on top of that 12.
Okay, and you had a third one, right? You said you had 4 bolts?
Yes, that should have been...
Oh, okay,
all of
so
it.
the second roll was
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Callista's
So
done messing around.
yeah,
And she's
and
tired of
sends out
running.
this just what Callista does, shoots fire off in the city. It's
But they all hit the intended targets.
this is true, the first time. And the Mastiff takes this giant brunt to its, huge rib cage, covered in flame. And the rest of you think the other bolts are going towards this Mastiff, but they shoot by it. Oh no, she missed. When they screech by, going past other people, shooting around them, and then slam into the chest of this robed figure, the third bolt just right underneath the hood, knocking it back, and he's coughing against the embers. And when you see this white hair fall down the darkened skin of a dark elf who's been exposed, and dark elves within Ptolus are illegal. They are no-go. It is. You see a dark elf, you arrest a dark elf. And
Can I
He's-
move towards it?
yes. Yes, you
Them.
can move towards the dark elf. if you
Okay.
wish.
I don't think I can get to them, though, in my movement.
No, I mean, you can move 30, so you would close the distance. You'd be
Okay.
within 30 of him for next time.
Okay, I will move as far as I can towards him.
Okay. As you get him that 30 feet, you feel that surge of chaotic magic emanating from this gentleman. As he's reeling backwards. And then
You're
Oh,
causing
Lord.
too much chaos!
I like it, but it's too much. Samira.
Oh,
Look, I'm all for chaos, but this is just too much.
This is ridiculous.
Lydia, I think you
I
muted.
am. I realized I was muted. Yes. I said, well, a dark elf. That's not good. So I'm going to. How far away am I from this person?
You're closer than where Calista is. Calista was back dealing with that stuff. So I would say you're about 40 feet
Oh, that's farther
from that guy.
farther away than I want to be, but that's okay. God, I don't have anything. I'm going to.
Massive.
Yeah, it can go chew a bone. I'm gonna.
Your bone.
No. I'm gonna I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity from the Mastiff, and I'm gonna chase this dude.
Okay. You run by. So it crits on you.
Okay.
You just leave down all your defenses. You're going for it. When you think you're gonna be fine because you get past it, and then it suddenly clicks to you, pack animal. He's gonna hit my haunches and just goes right in to get you right by the hip and your thigh and just
my haunch!
rips into it.
Right in the haunch.
Yeah, that haunch. You take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And now I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Beans.
Did you had the 5 temporary accounted for, right? Good.
11.
11.
Evan.
As it grabs into you and trips you and just brings you down and stops your movement right there.
You know what? That's fine. That was my movement. I still have my action.
Yes.
And for my action, it's got me by the haunches, and I'm gonna grab.
You're currently prone.
I am currently prone.
Yes.
Prone AF.
But it would be, well, I guess I didn't really get a lot of movement. So I'm gonna use half that movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab its face like I'm saying, who's a good doggy? And
Uh-huh.
I'm going to inflict wounds on it. It's a bad doggy. Thank you.
What?
Oh my
Hey.
god.
Oh.
What?
You nat 20 me, I will nat 20
I
you
will.
back.
Oh my god.
I see. I see. Check out
All
my
right.
jump
Boom.
card.
What's your max damage?
That's 60 points of necrotic damage, friend.
Shut up. What?
Did you say 60? Like 60?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Max
Oh.
damage. No. Max damage for the entire thing is 30. I was
Okay.
doubling. My bad. So yeah,
Okay.
30
Okay.
points of necrotic
Woo.
damage.
I was
Okay.
like, still
Oh
my
30,
God.
not anything to
Holy
laugh at.
shit.
You
Oh my
get up.
god.
Y'all have probably never seen Samir just raging like this with this holy vengeance Lothian. Grabs it by the head. Bad dog! And the searing, inflicting pain, just like her hands sink into its skin as fur and flesh are poured away, and it just
dear.
almost
Oh, no.
melts out.
No.
The head, I mean, it's just like, and drives it down to the ground. And she's like
Go to
standing
sleep.
up at the same
Go to
time.
sleep. Go to
Sleep,
sleep.
go to sleep, go to sleep.
I know
And-
I said dogs are my natural enemy, but even I think that was excessive. That was uncalled for. That was uncalled
That was
for.
a
And
lot.
just
That was a
pulls
lot.
It was a
pulls her
lot.
hands away as the smoke is just smoldering off.
Mm.
And then you see Samira look up like, oh, that might, oh.
Yeah. Did I go too far?
That was amazing.
Now, are we still in combat technically?
Yes.
Like,
Okay, Fomori's still around.
Morian's
God,
still there,
okay.
and
They're big.
The other gentleman
Mhm.
at this point is entered the fray. Blurg,
Man, blood's really different when there's the sun's out. I don't really like this anymore.
Actually, it's nighttime.
It's nighttime? Okay. So when there's less light, I'll say. Anyway.
Okay.
Because lights and lanterns and shit. As you do. So how far away is the Fomorian from me? And more importantly, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the Fomorian's probably only about 15 feet from you.
Okay. Is it closer to me or Samira?
Closer to, he's kind of in between Samira and the Dark Elf.
Okay, got it. So I'll keep this guy's attention. Keep going, and I'm gonna go ahead and nick my my hand, and the radiant energy begins to surround the bow as I knock 2 arrows. I hope you're not nice. Actually, I did 3 sound effects. It was only 2, but you get the idea. What can I say? First one's gonna be 20-something. Yep, 22 to hit and 18 to hit.
Sorry, I'm just getting that information real quick. Oh. Sorry, they were both above.
Yeah, 22
14.
and 18. Yeah, 22 and 18. Yeah. Okay. And I rolled really low, sand face. So that's gonna be and then on the other half I rolled really high. So that is 16 points of piercing damage and 12 radiant as I pop it right in the chest with 2 radiant arrows, and I'm gonna strafe around him with my movement, and just to kind of keep him to make him have some difficult choices between the 3 of us that are remaining here.
Okay, you hit it with those arrows. This thing looks so freaked out when it takes those. It's huge. Mm-hmm. It takes one of the chests and one of its big humps, and it's just like, and just takes off. And
I'm sorry.
Sorry. And he's peeling off down a side street, and actually one of his shoulders checks one of the buildings and just takes off a big chunk of mortar as it's going down this small alley, and you could guys hear just like as it's tearing things up and knocking over crates and boxes that are set aside from one of the buildings, and it basically is going to take its full move and sprint and dash. It's just like you can hear it taking off down the road. The Dark Elf looks up at Callista and smiles at her. He says, "I am chaos incarnate. You will not get away from me. Fear me." As he doesn't do anything. He's just walking towards her. And that's his turn.
Good.
That's dead. Heathcliff.
Heathcliff sort of, even though he's run back 30 feet, he sort of steps forward a few feet and goes, you stay away from her, and casts Dissonant Whispers on the Dark Elf.
Okay.
And so, of course, in his head, he hears meow, 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 meow. And in a round with a bunch of different Heathcliffs. So he must make, I believe it is a DC 14. Let me just cast this in Roll20.
Okay. Will save, you said?
Yes, there'll be a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Ooh, he fails.
He takes all 11 points of psychic damage.
11. Okay.
This episode should have been named 11.
11.
And, because he has failed his save, he must now also use his reaction to move as far away, basically use his full move to try to get away from me.
Okay. So he's coming up. Oh, and he's just keeps spouting and going on with his monologuing. He comes up to close. He goes, I am the avatar of camp. Get out of my.
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, so
into
good.
the dirt or into the cobblestones. Just.
Oh, I think I broke his brain.
Good.
As soon as he drops, the lady that was floating, she's like, oh, the demons are gone. I am saved.
It was this guy. It wasn't demons. Okay.
As
This
soon
wave.
yeah, the dwarf behind you, right before that, his hands had started spasming, and you could see light as something was about to be called into existence again.
Oh,
and it
jeez.
shuts off right before his
Thank
magic
God.
is finished. And all that's done is you see a troll arm pop into existence and just hit the ground. And the troll arm switches and
Yeah.
like crawls across the cobblestones for a bit.
And the living dead.
And
Love
then before it finally gives up, it tries to grab somebody. It's mad. And so everything seems to kind of
Should we?
calm down.
I still kind of feel bad. Should we go find the big guy?
Callista's standing here disappointed because she had this big moment prepared.
Sorry about that.
Well, you started off with a bang.
Really
You
did.
teed him up.
Yeah.
I
You
did.
Bill Ricked him.
But I know, right? But he just said he was chaos.
Look, we all know you're the real chaos here.
I mean,
Thanks,
clearly
Mira.
not.
That makes me feel a lot better.
The best.
I'm going to assume that our Fomorian friend is also gone now.
I hope so.
You can, I mean, if you listen, you can probably hear some cries
should-
of screams and
Maybe I should go apologize.
like in
Wait.
the distance. It's
Yeah.
What about the fiendish squid? Is that still around?
yeah, but it's limply just it was in a wall.
Yeah.
I feel like Samira says that I feel like our Fomorian friend is probably gone.
Well, he's probably the City Watch's problem at this point.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I guess
About that
it's
time, you hear ding 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 ding.
I mean, that is why I pay my taxes. I don't think I've actually paid my taxes. Well, my accountant does it. It's, okay, Grandpapa's accountant does it.
And sure enough, y'all are sitting there talking over this dark elf when some more City Watch start to come out. It's about a squad of 6 guys, or 6 people rather. The captain goes, secure the area, follow that, and he comes stalking up. All right, what happened here?
I just point at the.
seeing that I like
The amount of paperwork this is going to be.
compliments
All
of the
you have
Mutual
to-
Aberration Society.
Mhm.
All you
Well.
don't all you have to do on the paperwork is write dark elf and then
No, I gotta write paper on that. And he points to like where the building got squished or crushed. He's like, that's gonna have to be written up in my document. All right, so explain to me all what happened. We've heard there was someone on fire. What happened?
This guy was doing it all. I think he was the root cause, as it were, officer.
Did you get his name?
No, we just beat him up.
At least
He
you
said his
kept
name
him
was
alive.
Chaos, right?
No, that was a metaphor
no.
for the nonsense he was doing.
Oh yeah, his psychic damage can be non-lethal, right? So because that's what brought him down.
Yeah, I think you can say whatever damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If anything, he's bleeding out, and you guys have had enough time to stabilize him.
Yeah,
If
I
you
would.
would've-
I will have done that.
Yeah.
Spare the dying. There we go.
There you go.
Either way, he is not dying.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, he's unconscious, but he's alive, so you can get his name and information.
Yes,
Okay.
We were on our way to a very important engagement when we were waylaid by this rapscallion. I hope you'll make note of that.
Okay, mutual admirations. All right. Writes that down. He gets everybody's names and just general policing work.
Takes our
Did I
statements.
mention that my grandpapa knows? What's the
The
name?
commissar.
The commissar knows the commissar personally.
That's great. Is
It
your
is great.
grandpapa here?
No, we are going to his house though.
Tell him he has to say thank you for sending you here, I guess.
Oh, I will. I will. An official commendation from law enforcement. That's sure to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Could I get you
All
to
right.
write that down, sir?
Blurg, can you make a certificate?
It says Commander
I
Aaron.
can.
Commander Aaron Boffer commends, and he signs it, takes out a little seal, stamps it.
Ooh, see,
yeah.
great.
Yeah, little stamp thing.
Seals are great.
There
Yeah.
you go. And as you're walking away, looking at it, you realize this may be something they give out to kids. Like it's got like a little like
Oh, is there a coloring thing in the?
yeah, it's like it's
Oh
definitely
my
like
God! Yes,
a little
please,
bear in the
Becky.
corner, like that has been drawn. That's got a City Watch uniform.
Oh, I love it.
This is oh, and on the back there's a little maze. And tell Blurg.
It says
Yeah.
you too can be a delver. Solve the maze.
Yeah.
To find the treasure.
Blurg, can you see the differences between these two pictures?
Can I see the differences between these two pictures?
Well, the dragon is wearing a hat in this one and not in this one, and then there's the chest is open in this one but not in this one.
oh,
That's the only two I've spotted so far.
I have to take a look. I didn't think that it was that detailed.
So you're watching these two children, ladies.
We're watching
Play
these two,
with-
And
these two children play with a kid's restaurant menu.
Shoney's.
while that's happening, Callista will look at Samira and just be like, my moment was stolen. I feel like I need to do something.
Okay, but don't do anything fiery.
I won't.
Because
It
okay, what are
actually
you gonna
might be
do
a little
though?
bit funny, but I just every part of me is tingling and yelling at me to do something right now.
Okay, go for it.
And-
Everybody stand back.
Callista,
I'm, like, drawing in the
will
maze.
like walk around to like kind of behind Heathcliff, and right on the back of his mane, right above where the neckline of his shirt is, she'll just kind of like poke it, and she's gonna cast Shocking Grasp because she just wants to see all of his hair go.
I will say, give me an attack roll with
Yeah.
advantage because
Okay.
he is.
Oh yeah, I'm
Because we're coloring.
I mean,
Because they're coloring.
Yes, the 25 to hit.
Like I think it actually
This-
scares me.
this static shock just goes through your body.
Is this because I knocked that guy out when you wanted to murder him?
No, it's the chaos. It just happens sometimes.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I'm not sorry.
That was terrifying.
I'm gonna need some conditioner.
You'll be okay.
Well, we're going back to your grandpapa's house. We'll have
Okay,
to
good.
hire another.
Good.
We'll have to hire another carriage, but
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So you guys get in the carriage, head back through, and it's same as before. You
Yeah.
go through Dalengard, up the ramps, this kind of winding bridge that goes up over. It's almost like the tram at Disney World kind of thing, where you're like really up high eventually, and you can look down on the fortress. It's really quite fun if you've never really been there before. Yeah. You are all let in and eventually get to Lion's Eye Street. It's very on the nose. And
I
as
have
always.
to know one thing. When I shocked Heathcliff, is there any way that you went meow?
Oh yeah, no, that sound was made certainly.
That's why I screamed. Yes.
In fact, I think
Beautiful.
Heathcliff probably used just hit a chord on his lute when you did that, and immediately levitated like 20 feet, and was actually so that conversation was with him looking down.
Oh,
Oh,
What a
my
group.
heart is so happy right now.
what a group.
Oh my god.
So when you guys get back to Grandpapa's, he does have a little not bodego.
Bodega? Gazebo?
Bodego. That's what is the word I'm looking for. It's like a little out,
A
Pagoda?
guest house?
yeah, guest house, but it's like a
Oh.
particular style that I'm trying to think of. At any rate,
The pool
yes, you got a
house?
little spot. It's
Mother-in-law suite.
not- kind of a thing. It's
Nice
on the
little
premises.
detached bungalow.
Bungalow.
There we go.
Bungalow.
Wow.
We got
Wow.
What a walk.
It's the real
Almost
chaos
everything's
right here.
completely
Almost
different.
as long as the walk to the bungalow itself.
Trying to figure out what this place is called.
So you guys get there. Heathcliff, you would probably know that there are probably some servants that were told to leave. Like this was probably somebody's living quarters. That
Oh
they
yes,
were-
this was the second valet. We found him stealing silver and the silverware, and he was let go unceremoniously.
So
We later found out he was selling it to a werewolf hunter. There was a rich backstory there. We didn't look into it any further.
give me. No, I'll say. Okay.
I'm wearing a corset and it's hard to laugh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this bungalow has a very rich history, as you can tell.
Yes.
It is a good place to be our headquarters of
And-
Mutual Admiration Society.
You know, it's not
Yeah.
it's not large, but it's big enough for everybody to have their own little room and spend the night. Is there anything specific that anyone does, or you guys want to do or talk about?
No, my haunch hurts, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I need to get some shut eye and just recharge myself.
I think the exhaustion completely finally hits and overwhelms him now that the adrenaline has worn off. He's had a day. And I think he's probably still talking about coloring and just passes out somewhere.
Oh, so cute.
Mm-hmm.
In a corner.
Heathcliff probably goes into the main house and just sleeps in his old room.
You go to open the door and it's the door only opens up, wide enough for somebody to kind of squeeze through.
Oh, and it's full of boxes, isn't it?
Yes.
No. My room. Oh well.
You could sleep
bed's
on
probably
one of the
the-
boxes.
Yeah, I'll probably get through, find a path through the boxes,
Yeah.
get to the bed,
Yeah.
and just sleep in the box maze.
There you go.
Oh, he gets distracted.
Well,
by
your
the
cat
box
you get distracted though at first because you're going. I was like, this is a nice high bed place that you could sleep. You could just
Oh,
sleep
that's
up
true.
here.
That's true. That's true.
Next morning, you're all greeted with a breakfast.
Oh, long
Provided-
rest button.
Yeah, provided by Papa, Grandpapa. Except for Heathcliff, he's in a room. No one knows that there's anybody living there, so there's no breakfast delivered.
Heathcliff probably makes his way down to the kitchen, and he knows the cook,
Sure.
so, who's been cooking for him since he was a child. So he gets his special, sandwiches with the crusts cut off.
Heathcliff.
Yeah, it's very classic. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
The cook is, she's been there for, as far as you're aware, she's been there her entire life, because she's been there for your entire life.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Oh, it's my sweet child. Come here, sit. I have everything prepared. I knew you're here.
Thank you, Gerda.
Come sit." And she puts you in the little corner that you always used to sit in. There's a little table for you because that she'd always have just prepared, just in case. Of course, now the table hasn't grown, the chair hasn't grown, but it's there for you if you wish to sit in your old childhood table.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I should probably take this to go. I must meet with my traveling companions for... I am a delver now. I'm not sure if
You
know.
are!
A grand master, thank you.
Wonderful! My nephew's cousin always wanted to be one.
Oh, really?
Yes!
Well, it is a life of swashbuckling whatnot.
I will have to get him, and you two can talk to each other. You can tell him all about it.
I would be happy to dispense some of the hard-won wisdom that I have earned.
Oh, could I sit in and listen to? I would love to hear a story of the fighting.
I'll be honest, I've only been in about 5 rooms down there, 5 different rooms, but they were all very difficult.
More than me, darling. You are wonderful. So good to have you back. And she reaches up and
thank you, Gerda.
pats your face. Yes. And they get you your meal and send you on your way. Goodbye. We hope to see you soon.
Yes, of course.
Come visit.
Yes, we have our headquarters on the grounds now, so you'll be seeing us. We will need snacks. We'll need snacks.
I will make sure there are snacks coming for you, Dean.
Good. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you, Gerda.
Bye-bye.
Love you, Gerda. See you.
Oh, you make all women blush. There you go. You come back to the...
I've got a sandwich and a glass of milk, I think. Or no, a saucer of milk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Saucer.
Walking with a saucer.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he is a lion man, so he probably has a nice little sandwich with the crust cut off, and then just this big haunch of meat.
She's like, you're growing. You're tough now. You need energy. Sandwich not good enough. And you've actually probably she'd load you down with like soup and bread. You know, like that hearty man. Really protein laden. Lots of potatoes. There, you're all back together.
And Heathcliff, I guess up till now, he's been wearing what looks like really nice silk pajamas. And then as he walks into the headquarters, they sort of ripple and turn into his nice adventuring outfit.
Of course. Glamored armor.
Very nice, very nice. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you slept well.
Yeah.
So
it was a great corner.
And I say, oh, I'm sorry. They only provided you with the continental breakfast out here.
There's a bigger one?
Oh, yes. I mean, the continental breakfast is nice, but, it's not as... the full-service breakfast is inside. I've got the gold card, so I can go to that one.
Well, tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, my word.
I'll see if I can get you upgraded.
That would be really great.
Blurg, I would have carried you to a bed in the night.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, I completely imagine that you fell asleep in like wherever you stopped moving. So I would have picked you up and carried you to a comfy place.
That corner was really nice, but the bed I teleported in was even better.
So
I have a new power. I never knew about.
Just to double check, we officially got a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, let me long rest up here.
I'm not that mean.
I did not have many spell slots left.
Spells
for the darkness to come in about 5 seconds.
I have an old tale to tell one day, maybe.
We
have a Q&A session.
Oh, definitely. I'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
Okay. Next day, you have the maps that you found. You have the letter, and
all those things are on the table in front of me as I'm eating. So they would be on the table when Heathcliff comes in.
I will go ahead and bring those out just in case people need to look at them.
Yeah.
Not that. This. Show that.
The secret notes.
That. So you should be able to see everything that I'm showing, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
So while they're looking at that, everybody at home, roll 20, which is great. I've got handouts, and I import them in. They look, like really cool normal handouts, and I can show them to the players. It pops up on their screen when I show it to them. It's very cool.
I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over to the screen so everyone can see it.
Oh, cool.
Hey!
Hooray!
Technology!
Oh, yes, I remember this one about... Oh, the end of this one is pretty horrific because it seems to suggest that whoever did that to those people was actually posing as one of their priests.
Yeah, it's complete blasphemy, and one day they will pay.
Maybe today.
Maybe today. But if we are ready to begin the hunt,
Yeah.
we could start with this place in the nobles' quarters that's just, a little ways north of here. That your grandpapa pointed out was abandoned, I believe it was.
Yes. What family did he say it once belonged to?
The dragon ones.
No, sorry.
No.
Well, he said it was nearby.
Oh.
That particular house once belonged to the Nagel family.
Oh, okay.
Which Nagel has kind of gone out of favor. They're a house in decline. So a lot of their old holdings and old buildings, they've had to sell or put
Been
up
repossessed.
Yeah.
And what was their sort of claim to fame? Are they a martial house? Are they a mercantile house?
Nagel, you would ask. It's time for the big fat book of knowledge.
The big fat book of books.
That's why I asked.
Knowledge.
Show the book.
To the book.
Who's the book?
And if you would like your own big fat book of knowledge today, pre-orders for Ptolus in 5th edition and Cypher System are going on right now. Pre-order one copy, get the PDFs of both copies. It's amazing.
We have that
Ooh,
link for you in the chat.
Ooh,
Hey.
I got one for Blurg. He's gonna need it.
History, credited names. Of course, now I can't find it when...
It's that one family who does the things.
It's
Yes,
the
if it-
family with the stuff and the things.
If
Right.
it doesn't have bearing on what we're about to do, I thought it might, but
It's one of those things where if I could have found it quickly, I would have had the information.
I remember them now. They threw that terrible party so many years ago. That's what everyone looked down on them after that.
The finger foods were just a little too small.
Mhm.
So Nagel, they're a very old charitable house. They're very altruistic. Recently fell in hard times. The biggest thing is you would know this, Heathcliff, the patriarch is currently in prison for potential murder. The scuttlebutt though around the nobles
I love scuttlebutt.
is that some people are like he was framed for it, others like he never had a trial, he was just accused, thrown in jail. Some of the other houses like no, he did it and deserves to be there.
I'll relay that to the others. Like, oh well, there was a bit of a scandal, and then
Yeah.
say that information.
Some people think that it was House Sidars who they're kind of in contention with, and some people are like, I heard it was House Sidar who drummed up the false accusations. So, yeah. But
The House of Disgrace.
yeah, and Abanar is not too fond of Nagel. They're not like out like down with them, but they're not, for the most part. That you guys don't really. You're kind of like, yeah, it's fine. At least your grandpapa was like, okay. Their altruism gets in the way of business, if you will.
Right.
Right.
They're kind of softies.
Yeah. So you'd like to head there?
I think we should,
Okay.
because it's been circled on the map, which means it's important.
So we will
It's
go
a
to
tarp.
the big D20 or the big roll 20 map.
We're doing it.
And if you guys head over to the Noble's Quarter, and this is another big thing why I love Ptolus, and especially running Ptolus on D20 is I have the full map in here of the entire city. Every building is drawn and ready to be used to be filled out and
Yup.
using the adventure somehow, some way. And I'm gonna hold it down. Yep, right there. Whee! And that's where you guys come to. So you get down go down Crown Street, cut onto Jewel Road, and are coming up to that street. One thing you do notice is up ahead, Heathcliff, you have been there a couple of times. You know of this particular building called Castle Shard, and it's where you see that purple moat up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see this just kind of a octangular building up ahead, everybody, and literally a crystalline shard sticking up out of the middle of it.
Mm.
They throw good parties. Specifically, Cadmus, their concierge / butler, seems to be always know exactly what you want when you want it before you even ask for it.
And so I'm personally familiar with him.
Oh yeah, you would have been probably invited to some of their parties.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Probably played a couple of times for Lord Xavier. You come though, you cut to the left. You come up to this. You're now butting up right against the spire, and it's just kind of like this rocky sheer face that goes up. You have the abandoned house there, and the house up to the north, they've got it kind of gated off. It doesn't look like they're really accepting anybody to come say hello.
Yep. I'm gonna throw up a quick detect magic.
Okay.
Let me cast that. I've done it.
I've done it.
I did it.
I did it.
Within 30 feet. Where are you standing?
So this house, let me find it again. Okay. There's no gate around this house, correct?
No, not this.
Okay.
Not the one to the south. That is near the circle. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm basically gonna stand in the ground. Like Samira is taking this map super literally.
Okay.
So she's gonna stand right in the middle of what is circled and cast detect magic.
All right. It's about here. You don't sense anything.
Okay, but it stays up for 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
I will concentrate on it for that 10 minutes.
Okay. You walk around this area, and there's nothing immediate in this area.
Okay.
It seems magical.
And then she'll turn to everybody and say, well, this is as far as I got. If anybody else has any other ideas, we are a team.
Well, if we need to get in, I've been here before, and I know where the tradesman's entrance is. They often have performers coming that way as well. What did you say the Lord's name was?
This is two different places. I'm sorry. The Castle Shard thing was just something else.
Okay.
I was giving lore stuff to a building way to the north where the purple boat was.
All right. So this is. Have I ever been to this building before? Probably
No.
not. Yeah. Okay.
This was just. I have a lot of stuff I like to tell people.
Jeff was nerding out over Ptolus.
It's like you like it or
Cool.
something.
That's cool. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Leave me alone.
Do you want me to check and see if it's like locked or anything?
Could do. I suspect it is. I can levitate us over the wall.
There is no wall, though.
No, yeah, so the wall is to the building to the north. This one.
Yeah.
This is the one you guys are currently looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it? I was looking wrong.
The opposite.
Yeah, I was looking the opposite. Yeah, I thought that this is the house we were exploring and not this one. Because of how it's circled on the map.
I see why that happened. Okay. No,
I mean-
it'd be that one.
Oh, it'd be this one. Okay.
That's the one that looks. I'll say that's the one that looks abandoned. This one looks lived in.
Okay. So then, yeah, we'll definitely be paying more attention to the abandoned.
Yes.
I think. I don't want to speak for everybody. Somebody tell me to stop talking.
No,
That's
this
okay.
all
You
this all sounds good. You seem to be saying good things.
Mhm. Yeah, keep doing it. You're doing a great job.
Thank
you
you,
want-
dungeon coach.
Is the dungeon coach checking the door?
He is. Investigation, yeah?
Oh yeah, yes, that's fine for checking the door.
An abandoned house is just a dungeon we haven't explored yet.
Now you're thinking with portals. So that would be a. Ooh, do I get? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's a 15, I think.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
You get up there and yes, it's locked. And it's been locked for some time. Like you don't even see signs of the door being messed with. There are boards like keeping it even from being able to be opened out. That's all been nailed up. Everything seems like it's been sitting here for some time and hasn't been messed with at all.
I can proudly say that it has been locked and rested over and boarded up for a very, very sufficiently long time.
Do we want to break in?
I mean, it feels like an emergency situation, so I feel like that sounds like a good idea. Because typically when we're in a dungeon, we just say, we're trying to save our friends, and then we break down the door.
Heathcliff, give me a generic intelligence check.
I was going to suggest that maybe we go around back if we're going to break in, but let's see here. So you said just intelligence?
Yes. With advantage, I'll even say that.
Yeah, it's not my strong suit, I'm afraid. Oh, but a critical success, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yay!
So you're like, I know the Nobles Quarter. These people are very used to sporadic city watch movement. The Nobles Quarter is heavily watched and guarded. So take that as you will.
Oh, well, actually, so who's best at, say, breaking and entering, as it were?
Definitely not the Holy One.
Does anyone have any skills in that area? Because
I can do it with fire.
No, don't do it. Don't do that. No.
I mean, I don't really have any of these tools, but I do have a bit of I'm really good with my hands.
All right. Do you have a? Oh, actually, I've got a crowbar here in this fully stocked dungeoneering pack that Grandpa bought. So I can actually cast invisibility on you, and you could go get us, into the house. We'll just sort of be out here on the street, and I'll be
keeping an eye out.
I'll make a show of showing everyone else around.
Yeah.
People here know that I live in this area, so
cool.
And there's you've gotten some notice. People.
Hello. If it's anyone that I recognize, like being a resident of this district.
Not personally, but you probably have seen each other at parties here and there. I wouldn't say you would be on any kind of first name basis with any of these people. Around this area, their clothing would suggest they're from House Dalamothan. They're just they walk by and
hello, good to see you. Good to see you.
You on.
Try to find a secluded area where I can cast invisibility on Blurg.
Yeah.
Okay.
We only need a moment where we're not directly observed by anybody else.
Do you want me to just stand in front of you like this?
Yep. I'll just pretend I'm tying my shoe.
And then just the cloak.
And Blurg is small enough that just pat, he's gone.
Cool.
And then I'll say something to Heathcliff like, so you think now that you're stepping out on your own, I think this is a good place for you to maybe Take your own first steps. You know, get your own place. Pay rent. Just go with it. Just go with it.
Well, yes. I am thinking about perhaps buying an estate of my own, considering how generous Grandpapa has been. And of course, there's my parents' wills. Of course, I'll be coming of age soon, and
right,
I'll need
Blair.
to splash
Sneaking
around.
away. Because I actually, for like a second there, like I put up like a finger to like get in the conversation, forgetting again for maybe the fourth time that sarcasm exists in this world, and then be like, oh right, exactly, and then I'll make my way to the door and try to do the thing.
All right.
Sleight of hand, is that cool with you?
Yeah. You don't have these tools. You're just
No, I'm just trying to do the thing. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You would think if this weren't a noble's house, these would have been. You're like, oh, these locks originally were designed to be formidable.
These are real locks.
Yeah, and probably someone with more skill and the tools necessary would be required to get through that. So the only way you'd probably think to get in is you'd have to break in, and you know, there's nothing around this house that you've been able to see that would suggest that it's been touched in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Blurg will stay invisible as long as he doesn't like cast a spell or actually attack a creature.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you're right. Because I guess it depends on the situation. Because I was kind of looking around, but now like I was gonna use the crowbar and try to like force my way that way. That's what I mean.
That will definitely make a lot of noise. Okay.
Knowing that Blurg was going to do that, Heathcliff is he's got his lute out, and he's also got he's got several instruments. So,
Okay.
So what do you think of this, my friends? Here's a few tunes I composed, and he starts loudly playing.
Give me a strength check, Blurg.
Oh man, I am so bad at these. This is gonna be a good time.
Oh, maybe I should have done it then.
That's okay. It's okay. You never know.
Well, you know what? Knowing that Blurg was going off to do that, I could have given him inspiration too. Will you allow that?
That's fine.
Or do you
Sure.
need it?
I rolled high, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it just in
Not
case,
take
right?
any chances.
Exactly. D8, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21, sir.
21.
Wow.
So you
Nice.
crack, and you're playing, and it's just like da-da-da-da-da-da. It's
Callisto will shoot off little fireworks. Without
No.
Calista
Just little
shoots
ones.
off fireworks,
There it is.
Just
and
just
people
little
turn
ones.
around to look.
Just little ones. Just pew pew.
Yeah,
Little
it's-
sparklers.
Oh,
You
the
have-
panic
Is
sounds
this
the
delicious.
difference?
Heathcliff, is this the house? Are you gonna buy this house?
I might buy this one. We'll see. There's others in the area I'm interested in. That's just illusions, folks. No actual pyromancy involved.
They're just pretty. We're celebrating.
couple
Sorry.
city watch come strolling up.
Oh, good
That-
day to you.
It's very much that police officer. We're not paying attention, but we're paying attention.
Mhm.
Walk.
Good day, officers. Is this your regular patrol? Perhaps she'll be seeing me in the area.
Oh, is there anything we can help you with?
Oh, not at
Oh,
all.
we were
Although perhaps you'll be impressed to see I have completed this maze.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
By the way, my invisible blurg has slunk in and closed and is holding the door closed.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, yeah.
This is not for visibility, but
Sure,
for
sound.
hearing. Yeah, because
Yeah,
the wood and.
sure.
Do you want Heathcliff to roll anything like deception or?
Yeah, you can do a deception.
I don't even know what I would do at this point. Like at this point, Samira almost just wants to be honest.
16.
16. You're able to get inside.
That's a 23 on Heathcliff's deception there.
Okay, 23. All right.
Mhm.
Blurg, you get inside. There, one of the city watch was starting to like do the lean over when,
Yep.
oh hey, and kind of gets the attention drawn away by Heathcliff. Blurg, you're inside this dark room. You turn around, and we go on a break.
Oh!
Heyo.
Guys, it was really great playing with you all. Wow, this was great. What a great journey.
I'm really sorry that Blurg just died. Oh my god.
Oh, well.
All right, we'll find out what happens in say about 10 minutes or so.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Oh no, I'm afraid.
He likes the dark.
All right, we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Yay.
welcome back. Here we go. We're not going to waste any time. Blurg, you turn around, and this, what used to be this kind of a stately home, multiple floors. The second floor has caved in and crumbled, and you're just staring at a cave that just goes down into darkness. And the way the rocks and everything look, it looks like something had come up from the ground, but you don't know where this thing goes to.
I'm getting weird flashbacks to our kobolds in the Hobald one shot, where we're all kobolds and we went into a giant hole.
Well, you can see, it doesn't go straight down.
Yeah.
You can see that whatever it did, actually, you've had experience. It looks like an Umber Hulk.
I was just about, that was literally about to ask.
Had come up, and it didn't go anywhere else. Almost like it came out and went back.
So I'm just looking at and processing all of that, and then kind of listening for any commotion on the outside.
So outside, eventually, Heathcliff, you get to be buddy with the city guard. They're like, all right, well, hey, best of luck purchasing the home. I know Nigel, hey, sad times for them, but maybe it can work out for you. It's good to hear that you're stepping out. Hey, good on you for becoming a Delver. That's really nice to hear.
A Grandmaster, thank you.
Wow, that's great. All right, we all have a good day. And they take off, leaving you guys alone. So Blurg, you see the guard.
Okay, got it.
We'll walk towards the house as if we're looking. Oh yes, and some rose bushes could go there, and I just want to see what the porch looks like, and so get our way up there to where Blurg is.
Yeah, and I'll
you just see a point where it's clear and there's nobody around looking.
Got it. The door mysteriously opens.
Sneak inside.
You guys enter him.
One more time with this. As we go into the house.
You guys enter, and sure enough, see there's just a hole leading down.
I'm over here.
Into the ground.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's great.
Did you dig this hole?
No. But I think one of that big gold thing, that gold bug thing, that
the thing with the weird eyes.
Yeah, I'm talking with my hands like they can see it, even though they definitely can't. But I'm just doing it anyway.
Do you want to be invisible? I think it'll last for an hour or so.
I mean, I'm comfortable with it, and it could help us in the next little bit. So yeah, that's fine. I'll just try to make sure that I don't scare anybody.
Okay.
Well, we know you're here now.
Yeah, right.
Into the hole then?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm a little unnerved at how comfortable I said that so quickly.
You have been traveling with me, who likes to go underneath the city a lot, so maybe I'm rubbing off on you.
Signs of a good dungeon coach.
Just so you know, I'm having to concentrate on that, so it might go away if I need to do something else.
Good to know.
All right, so you guys into the hole.
Into the hole.
So you begin traveling this Umber Hulk tunnel, and it's winding around, winding through, and you're basically feeling like you're corkscrewing down and down and down, probably getting around the same level as Old Town. Is about as far as you go when it cuts and it starts heading closer back to where you're thinking one of your other circles are. This travel takes a while. At this point, you actually cut through at one point, probably a part of the dungeon.
Oh, hey, I've been here before.
It cuts across another established tunnel network, but just keeps going through. When you come to a fork, and you can tell, like, on the right side, it kind of went for a ways, stopped. They probably double backed and go through. And you are coming to a light ahead.
A light.
I see a light.
Yes. Nope. Wrong
Don't
map.
go into the light.
All right, I will bring everybody over here.
We're getting a map.
We're getting a map. Has it been an hour?
Oh no!
Jeffrey?
What
It's block.
yes.
Okay, that's I figured.
Blurg is now visible again.
I am.
Sorry,
Oh, hey, Blurg.
not that map.
Hey.
I don't know why it did that.
Emmy.
Ah.
Okay, yes, you're on the right map. So this tunnel comes out and opens up ahead of you.
Oh, jeez. Let me zoom out.
I don't know where.
Oh, there we go.
Zoom
Yeah.
all the way out. We're gonna be at the.
Jeez.
Yeah, found.
Yeah, so you see it opens out this cave. This actually looks more like a natural cave than a tunneled one. So it kind of tunneled out into a more of an open area with some stalagmites and stalactites. And there's an exit to the south.
Ah. Well,
Anything you'd like to do in this room?
cry.
I feel way more comfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. You keep going?
Yeah.
Shall we go to the right or the left?
I think we can only go left.
Yeah, you can only go south.
Oh, I didn't. I should have moved first. That's why I said that. Derp.
And stop right there.
And
you-
halt.
Everybody hold. So as you get to the end of this mouth, it finally breaks open into what looks like a worked stone. It's like they came through a wall into an underground citadel, or it's got flagstones ahead of you, and you see some light coming off from the west. And as you're traveling up, you all hear this voice ring out. I charge you, yield by Lothian's light! Stand and yield! Two of you recognize that voice.
Oh, it's Kalerecent.
Oh, hey.
Oh, is this your
Yes.
your friend?
Yeah, but
Certainly sounds like it.
why is he yelling?
Is he yelling
I
at
don't-
us?
No, I don't think he's yelling at us.
No.
Have I heard him say something like familiar like that? Do I recognize?
No,
like,
you wouldn't have. You would
Okay.
just recognize the voice.
Okay, just making sure.
So Mira, you would know that as a paladin's challenge. He has definitely challenged somebody to battle.
Yep.
Then there's a response, and he says, "You evil creatures will not pass. Stand and fight. I'm not afraid of you."
Maybe we should just jump in and help.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So you guys can all run out.
I run full fucking speed right into the thing.
All right. So you go out here. You all run around the corner, and you see,
Oh, that's a lot of people. And
yeah.
things.
That is a lot of.
You come around to this room, and you see first
Oh. Uh-oh.
this in the middle of the room.
Oh.
It is this large structure that juts out of the middle of the room with all of these arms that jut out at all angles and right angles. Up top, it has a brass globe with various plates. It looks unfinished, but all the plates that are still there have like dragon runes and arcane runes and stuff like that. But it just sits inert, and above it is a catwalk. But you see Kalerecent standing in front of it, pointing his sword in his full plate armor. And in front of him are 3 goblins that seem to be in kind of armor. They seem a little more suited up. Behind him is Lamia.
Oh dear.
Behind her is a troll.
Great.
To the south of the troll is a minotaur.
Cool.
And standing in the back by this door, this very tall 12-foot door, is a mind flayer.
Oh,
Gross.
And they all have turned to Kalerecent. And you hear the mind flayer's voice as it speaks out again and says, I see you've brought backup. Good. We need more slaves for the pact. Initiative.
Yay!
Yay! I'm going to remember to click myself this time before initiative
Right.
happens. I swear to God, I can't do this. I have not rolled above like a 12 this whole series.
That's right there. Let me delete you. Heathcliff gets that deleted. That deleted.
Well.
Callisti did that. Okay.
Cleric's fat and clean.
They all have turned and they see you all. Oh my gosh. they're rolling so terrible.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You know what? This is excellent.
You know what?
It's excellent.
We
So good.
deserve this.
We sure do.
We've been so good.
Yeah. And Kalerecent looks over his shoulder, sees you, Blurg, and he smiles as, it's good to see you, friend.
Yeah.
By Lothian's grace, you have found me. I don't know how, but maybe today we will win after all.
You
For
literally
Lothian!
just said by Lothian's grace. I'm so done.
Like there are like little tears. He
Aw.
doesn't even say anything.
Yeah.
He just grabs his bow and just nods. You know, he's very much
Yeah.
like that 10-year-old anime kid. Like, hi.
Wait, Duval, You Say
Yeah.
Run is playing right now from My Hero Academia. Have you seen it?
Yes.
You
Yes.
Say Run is playing
Yes.
right now.
It's so true. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's so true.
See, to me, Kalerecent is Lemillion.
That's fair. Oh my god.
I will do whatever it takes to save 1 million people.
Yeah.
All right, Heathcliff.
Heathcliff, having seen all these monsters, immediately,
Well,
you know what the
You've
whistle.
probably never
Hold on.
seen anything like this before.
You know what the whistle sounds like. He
Yeah,
sort of
wait.
he backs
Not
that.
on here.
Question. I was gonna say I have a 22.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Blurg, you go ahead.
It's just that's okay. I'm just dice goblining. Nope, don't mind me.
It's okay. It's also fitting because You Say Run is now playing and Blur goes first.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
All right, Blurg.
So like after taking a beat to try and compose himself, he will do as always, strike the back of the bow as it begins to glow with radiant energy. I'll do you proud, friend. And I'm gonna let's see. Since he was talking to him, I'm gonna shoot the mind for him. Let's just
Okay.
go. Let's just go for it.
Go big or go home.
Let's see. First attack's a 26 to hit.
Aight.
Second one is higher with 28 to hit.
Jeez.
So as his two radiant arrows fire that way.
You said 22 and a what? I'm sorry.
22 and a what did I say? Fuck, I already forgot. 28 and a 22.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay. And that's going to be in total 6, 12, 25 points of piercing damage and 6 radiant.
A million.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think I will stay where I am. I think.
Okay. Those. It just takes it. Stop them. I have other things to take care of. And. Where are you? Heathcliff.
Okay, so Heathcliff, he said that, he backed up around the corner there, getting farther away from these monsters. And that thing said something about we have backup. Heathcliff goes, "That's right, we have backup," and dodges around the corner, casts Major Image, and pouring forth from here, from where we came, are a bunch of fully armored elves. And actually, yeah, they're all in the livery of the. He was just speaking to city guards, so he's just seen their uniforms. So they're all in full armor, city guards. A bunch of them charge into the room. I can basically do a 20-foot cube, so I guess I could do four of them.
Okay.
So two of them are sort of in plate mail kind of fighters. One of them he's carrying a mace and holding a holy symbol, and the other one looks to be a wizard of some kind.
Okay.
Love it, love it.
And so they basically charge out. We don't want to make them suspicious, so they basically move 30 feet like an actual group of people would.
Sure. So in formation.
Yeah, and they sort of charge up to about here or so.
Okay. You want me? I can give you little guys to put on the board.
Little dudes.
Sure, that'll be great.
If you want.
Doing stuff like little dudes do.
All right. And I will put them in your control.
So can they essentially all take illusionary actions?
What does the spell say?
It's basically I can control it as long as it's within that.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. They can, they can't hurt anything, right? But they can.
No, and in fact, they're not going to attack because that would probably give it away. But they, the fighters sort of draw their swords and they form up around the magic user, whose hands suddenly he sort of points at the troll, and his hands suddenly erupt in flame as if he's going to cast a fire spell at the troll.
All right. Well, those tokens are there for you to control as you wish.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So they all do that. What does it take to notice that they don't exist? Do I have to interact with them, or?
Well, that's the thing. If I make them if somebody swung at them and I made it like they just dodged out of the way, if they actually scored a hit on it, then it would probably go right through.
Okay.
But for example, it's major image, so the fire from the wizard's hand is actually giving out the sensation of heat and
cool.
Yeah, you're hearing all the sounds, smells, whatever.
All right, cool.
So even if these things are detecting them by smell, they seem like they're real.
Okay. Callista.
Yes. All right. So this is the Mind Flayer over here, right? Hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, right there.
And then there's a Minotaur and a Troll and an Ogre?
Lamia. So Lamia is a half upper body is looks to appear to be a woman. The bottom half is a lioness.
Okay. All right. Callista is just gonna. We're just noping right out of this situation, and she's gonna cast a fireball.
Okay.
Time.
At what level?
Third level. It's a dex save of 14. And it's a 20-foot sphere.
It is dispelled. She goes to cast the fireball, and the Mind Flayer just...
Crossbow.
You... Callista will use
His
a
reaction.
Yep.
Do they get a reaction if they haven't?
Callista will use a
Yeah.
Quicken
Okay.
spell.
Yeah, unless they just used it. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Callista will use sorcery points to use a Quicken.
Okay.
And will cast Firebolt at the Mind Flayer.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Good. You stupid. 16 points of damage.
All right.
And she will go to cast her fireball, and then as soon as it's dispelled, she will redirect it into a firebolt directly at the Mind Flayer, and she will be like, "How dare you!"
So it swashes over him. And then Kalerecent, he's like, "Ha! Reinforcements! We will win this day!" And rushes towards this goblin. He's just like, yeah, he looks like he's way too excited for what's happening.
Of course he does.
He's not alone.
Yeah, he's beaming. And his first attack. 15 will hit. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm going to do it down here. All right, so he comes through and he just slashes at this goblin. Oh. Taking it across like the head, knocking off its womp womp. Taking off its helmet, but it's able to get its shield up for the second one as it's bleeding down its brow from the attack. Samira.
Neat. Let's see. Need stuff. There we go. That's me, right? Is that me?
Yep.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, effect. Yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing. Attack this gentle goblin.
Okay.
With my longsword.
Okay.
Uh,
The goblin in front of Kalerecent is like not looking good.
so that's a 25 to hit this gentle goblin
Yes.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to, what is it called? The thing that I can do. War Priest.
Okay.
I can make another attack as a bonus action.
Nice.
And I'm going to say something along the lines of, may Lothian strike you down using my sword. And yeah.
Oh. Okay.
He's dead.
Yes. You come up.
That was a natural 20.
You catch him in the shoulder, and it's just like, "Ah!" And the next attack just takes its head off as it's
Mm-hmm.
and it drops to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, good job. You did it.
I wonder if I can use Lothian's blessings to get more natural 20. I'm gonna give it a go.
All right. Sounds good. Now it is this gentleman's turn. The Mind Flayer, its tentacles flailing around, and says, "Keep them busy. I have other things to attend to." And goes whoop, 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 whoop. And
Hey,
out
you're
the
not
door.
allowed to leave.
Aw.
And goes through that door.
Against the
This
rules.
is the first time you see this massive door that it's gone through, and it's cracked open. It has all of these runes inscribed on the front of it, and it looks like this.
Door.
That's the door he rushes through. The only difference is around it are all of these. There are 4 boxes on the side, 2 boxes up top that have all these like strange wired connections. The look of it is very alien. It's very Chaosatech looking, which you've all kind of had experience with before. And they're all attached and kind of humming as their wires are kind of been stuck into the crevices around the door and humming it and kind of keeping that door open. And Kalerecent says, "We can't let anyone else through that door. Close it where we can.
Cool.
Stop them."
Wait, I'm muted. Is that my way home? Will that send me back home? Before we close the door.
I don't think you want to go anywhere a Mind Flayer went.
I mean, I deal with mind flayers all the time back home.
See where you're from?
All right, so this goblin attacks Kalerecent. He has a little scimitar. Yeah.
Ooh.
God. How much damage is that? 4, or they do, it's a d6 plus 8. Okay, so 8 points of damage in total. Kalerecent takes it. Whatever. And it actually sticks its ground. It stays its ground.
Oh. I can appreciate a bold goblin.
Yeah. This one runs up to Samira.
Yeah, not you though.
Did a 7 misses. Yeah, you block it. Easy enough. Unfortunately, this guy is standing there.
Yeah, well.
And charges, crushing this poor goblin.
Oh no.
Bye.
Bye.
As it charges with this great axe. Oh, come on. Where is this monster?
He's gone. He's gone forever. I
He's
went.
gone forever. Move 10 feet. Da, da, da.
Spiritu Santi. Amen.
All right, so let's make an attack. Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
I like to think he charges forward. He swings horizontally with the great axe, and I like matrix dodge out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happy. The next one. This lioness looking creature. It will go after Kalerecent. Since he's right there. Come on. And here we go. Oh, where are you? Sorry, guys. My mouse is just not playing nice.
Take your time, dude.
Well, I'm trying to, because yeah.
This is so fucking awesome. This is so fucking awesome.
15 does not hit our good old boy Kalerecent. He just takes it on the shield. Not today. And unfortunately, it will then take 2 more claw attacks. So she tries to go up and just touch him. And he blocks it with his shield, but then rears up with its with her back or with her front lioness claws. 21 will hit. For 12 points. And then An 11 misses. So he's able to weather most of that with his shield. Takes a little bit, and he's like, "You think you can defeat a paladin of Lothian?" Oh, wait. Oh. Well, he's gonna go at the bottom regardless. The troll didn't have a
Aw.
Oh, darn.
didn't have a thing on there. But he's gonna go at a 1. He didn't like that, so he is gonna go. Wait, how far is that? He saw all that fire. He's not happy about that.
Oh,
Yeah, he
no.
can make that.
Oh, no.
Thought I-
Don't do it.
No, what if he didn't though?
But
What
what
if
if
he
he
didn't,
didn't, though?
He heard you and he's like, "Yeah, you're right." I thought better.
Right. So he comes charging up. Unfortunately, he's just a regular old boy. I think his movement's still a 30. So, all right, he double moves, but he gets up right in front of Callista and just spit and bile and everything.
No.
And then we will top of the round is Blurg.
He'll begin strafing this way and just yell, "Get away from her!" and shoot twice.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
19 to hit and 30.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, he's feeling it today, ladies and germs. Okay, so that's gonna be 12, 22 points of piercing damage with 7 radiant as I just strafe aside.
All right. Yeah. He takes it.
And dropping and I'll just say, "Get back, I got him," and I reach out my left hand and I'm gonna cast Blood Curse of Binding on this one. Strength saving throw, DC 11.
DC 11 for a saving throw.
Yeah. It's probably hit like 11 billion, but worth a try.
Yeah. Sorry, again, which one?
This one right here.
No,
Right
so
in front.
what kind?
Oh, strength.
Strength. That's what I was looking.
Oh,
21.
yeah, totally fine.
Yeah.
Never mind, don't got it.
Yeah, you're not invisible anymore.
No.
Okay. Cool. Heathcliff.
I'll move like right over here.
Okay. Heathcliff's altering the illusion, so this guy sort of runs over here. The wizard casts his spell, and suddenly the troll is surrounded by a circular ring of fire, illusionary, but it is giving off heat.
Fell into an illusory ring of fire.
And yeah, so though it's not causing damage to him, he basically feels heat radiating from it. So he hopefully will think that if he goes through it, he'll be burned.
Okay. Yeah. And that troll's like freaking out. Callista,
Yes.
your turn.
This troll is like relatively right in front of me, ish.
Oh, it's directly in front of you.
Yeah.
Super in
It's-
front.
I will swing and punch you in the face right in front of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. She's gonna just after he goes "Rah!" and just like spits all over her. She's gonna be like, "Excuse you, I need you to control that," and she will cast Burning Hands.
Yeah, buddy.
Directly
Yes, queen.
on him. Dex save 14.
Oh, yeah, you give me that damage.
7.
All right.
And then we'll use another sorcery point to quicken another firebolt at the troll.
All right. So as he had run up and he was screaming, the damage from the bolts that Blurg had given him had looked like they were beginning to heal up.
Troll life.
And unfortunately, once you hit him with that fire, that stopped immediately. And you hit him with the firebolt, definitely.
With an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is going to be, 12 damage.
All right. This thing is freaking out. As it's just caught in flame, surrounded by flame. Its healing is being stopped. You know, who knows what it may do next. All right.
You know what I say?
What's that?
Run.
Nice. So at this point, Kalerecent goes, "We must stop them!" And he will disengage from the Lamia. He will take an attack of opportunity from the kobold.
Well, if you disengage, doesn't he not take any?
From who he's being disengaged from, I think. I don't know.
No,
I
you
think
don't
it's
take
all
any
around.
at all.
None.
Any and all?
That's
Okay, I
what
thought it was just.
disengaging is.
I thought it was just the person you were engaged with. In that case, he runs up to the door and
Face plants.
well, yeah, he runs up to it. It's it's slightly open and just throws his shoulder into it, slamming the door closed. All those boxes around short out and begin collapsing back onto the floor. Samira.
Oh, neat. My turn. I don't like that there's a minotaur in front of me. That seems a little counterproductive to what I want to happen. So I'm just going to reach out and pat it on the forearm, and I'm going to say, there, friend. Everything will be okay. And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at their
Yeah! That's what I was hoping you were going to do.
Ooh.
No!
It doesn't seem to care.
You know what? That's fine. It's fine because I used the attack action. It was a spell attack.
Yeah.
So I will use War Priest again to shank it.
Yes.
As you do.
Amazing.
There, and then I see the necrotic damage doesn't take, and I'm like,
Stab.
sure. That's a 20 to hit. It's not a natural 20, but it's a 20 to hit.
20 will hit, yes.
Ugh. 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Instead of the 38 necrotic it could have been.
It takes it, and you got its attention.
Well, good.
You should inflict wounds with your sword.
You know, I will. I will.
Okay.
All the necrotic damage. All of it.
God, it was
necrotic
gonna be
damage.
so good.
I know.
He's out of there. This goblin turns around and is like, ah! Runs back to Kalerecent.
Because I didn't pray to Lothian before I attacked.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That feel.
Unfortunate.
I swapped so you say run the hour loop.
Yeah. It's tink. The back of Kalerecent. The Minotaur rises up. They blocked the way! Ixthil will not be able to get back! And he goes to strike with his great axe.
Oh, hi.
All right. He misses. He seems so distraught by what's happening.
Just the sound of metal armor in the morning.
Pretty much. The Lamia turns around. No! No! How dare you! She runs up. You will all die!
But we don't want to go through the portal too.
Was it a portal? Mm.
Callista's
And-
really hoping it's a portal.
Any portal.
Any portal, just get me
Wow.
out of the list.
Wow.
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 Good lord. Okay. Well, that one hits. Oh, for 19 points of damage.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, it's time, I guess. That's fine. You have-
So she hits with that second claw, and then again goes to try and touch him.
Do you ask consent first?
I don't.
Henry
think she
Crabgrass
cares.
says,
Ooh. Okay, so she hits with that attack. He is now cursed.
No.
He has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws and all ability checks for the next hour.
Wait, who did she attack? Oh, Kalerecent.
Kalerecent. So then she does all that and touches him, and this like dark pail of cursed energy flows over him. The troll, let's have him make a will save. What's
that for him.
your spell DC, Heathcliff?
14.
14. We will make that to the DC for his wisdom saving throw.
Love that for him. Don't love that.
Aw.
Not
Rough.
only
Woof.
does he, kind of come out of it, you think he realizes this is an illusory fire, and is like, "Ugh, ah," and tries to bring two fists down onto.
Me.
I love that he rolled a
Listen.
natural 20 and got a 19.
He has a -1.
Yeah, that tracks.
Love that controls.
Yeah, so he first attacks with his first claw.
I assume he's attacking me.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. For 12 slashing damage.
That was a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I cast shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Thank
blocked
you.
the first one. His second claw.
No.
23 to hit for 8 slashing damage.
What if it wasn't, though?
But what if it wasn't, though? And finally, he comes down with a bite attack.
Oh, Jesus.
Ay, ay, ay.
The good thing is he didn't heal. Bite attack with 23 for 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh my
So he
gosh.
just
So that's
does all these attacks and bites down on your shoulder.
So that's 17 points of damage total.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Ow!
Blurg.
So he's gonna move back over here, and come get me, you coward!
Okay.
Yep, that's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And higher than that, 28 to
Okay.
hit.
Yeah.
Doing the needful blurg style. Where'd you go, dice? There you go. No, you're supposed to be higher than that. Okay, so that is 8, 20 points of piercing, 7 radiant.
Someone give me. I'm bad at math.
Okay. Do you need the total?
Hold on, let me do this. Okay, he drops.
Ooh.
Jeez, y'all did put so much into this guy. Yeah. So all of that, and he just takes 2 more bolts, and because of the fire and all that stuff, he is unable to heal his wounds, and drops to the ground.
How unfortunate.
Heathcliff.
So the troll is down now.
Yes.
Okay. Heathcliff can see the ogre, and he's within range. So he shouts out, "You get away from my friend Samira!" And the Minotaur hears, "Meow meow 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 meow." At 3rd level, he's going to upcast it at max.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah! Oh man, I'm so fired up. Holy shit. I'm not sleeping tonight.
You say run goes with everything.
All right, he has to make a DC 14.
DC 14 Wisdom.
Boo.
He makes it. No
He
worries.
passed.
He will take 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay. 10 points.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up a little from my earlier turn.
Yeah.
Oh, and as my bonus, I'm going to give everybody Mantle of Inspiration.
Hey!
Hey!
5 extra hit points for everybody, and reposition yourself as you see fit, up to your move right now, and this does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh boy. Let's see.
I'm gonna
Where-
get up
where do I want
a
to go?
little closer. Right back here.
So you hear lots of this
Nope.
as everybody repositions themselves.
Indeed.
Ah.
All right.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yes.
Yep.
Callista.
All right. So Callista has repositioned herself over here, on her way to the door portal thing.
Okay.
And the troll is dead. What is that right in front of the Minotaur?
A goblin.
Okay.
The goblin that's like, ah!
It's alive. That poor thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that feel, bro.
All right. So, Callista is going to move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to move 20 feet forward, and she's going to cast a Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
Love it.
At the lion lady person.
Okay.
Oh, gross. First one is a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Second one is a 16.
16 hits.
Perfect. Oh, and the third one is a 1. Womp.
Oh,
Womp.
All right, damage of...
5 points of damage for the one that hits.
Okay.
And then she's gonna use another sorcery point to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
8 points of damage for
Okay.
that.
She takes all that, but she still seems really focused on Kalerecent.
And she'll go, where does the portal go? Where does this door lead to?
She does not respond at the moment.
Okay.
She is focused in on this guy. He turns around
Oh, no.
to the man. He's like, I have bested you this day. Ah, Slothian smiles down upon us.
I just want you to know, every time he speaks, Samira is like 20% more done. because like I've heard these phrases so many times.
Blurg is 75% more inspired each time.
I cannot see what's being rolled. All of a sudden, I can't see anymore.
It was a 17.
Thank you.
For a long
My
sword.
chat window has just disappeared.
Oh.
Weird. Okay, so 17 to hit.
Yes.
What was that one?
A 13.
Okay, both of those hit. And we're just going to say 9 or 9. So 18.
Who is he attacking? Who is she
The
attacking?
Lamia.
Oh,
Kalerecent currently is attacking the Lamia. So he turns around, now
Oh.
he's closed the door, and he's turned back to her, and he's like, Lothinus, smile down upon us. You will not get through this door today.
Wasn't he possessed?
No, he's
No, he's
cursed.
just cursed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he
okay,
just-
for
he just-
some reason I thought that had him like...
No, it's just bad things happen to him.
Yeah.
If he has to roll certain checks.
Stats.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's what I missed.
Yep. Okay. Samira.
Cool. It is at this point that from the ground rise all manner of ethereal flump creatures. Because I am in a perfect position to cast Spirit Guardians and
There you are.
Yeah.
get both the Minotaur and the Lamia because that is the way I have planned it.
Of course.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's getting cast, and they need to make wisdom saving throws, and then if they fail on their next turn, they take an amount of damage.
Okay. What the Minotaur
Are
get?
you a butt right now?
Okay. And wisdom.
Rude, both of them.
Oh, do they not take anything?
No, they'll take 7 points of radiant damage each, but
Okay.
yeah, that's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then their speed is halved while they're in the area.
Amazing.
Okay.
They take
Okay.
that damage.
Oh.
They'll take that damage on their next turn.
Okay. So they take that the half movement is still true no matter what.
Yes.
All the flumps.
Oh no.
And it's like
You
one
wanna
of the
do
flumps. One of the flumps just like goes over to Kalerecent and like sits on his head and is like, "Sup, buddy?"
Gotcha. Oh, that's okay. He can still move 40.
Rude.
The Minotaur, the Goblin runs away. Goblin says,
Nope.
"No, thank you, ma'am." It takes off.
You can be reborn.
He can be reborn.
It's like
Um,
I moved specifically not to catch the goblin in my Spirit Guardians because I wanted him to live this day.
And
You can be
the
redeemed.
troll, or the Minotaur, charges once again.
Oh.
Rude.
Okay.
It's Great Axe aloft.
Rude.
And you're going to have to help me with this.
I gotcha.
Whatever it is, it's a 1. Just say it's a
No,
1.
it's not. I mean, he still misses, but it's not a 1.
How much was it?
It was an 8. Because I am this Minotaur's greatest enemy.
Yes, you are. My God. All right. The Lamia.
It's like at this point, I say to the Minotaur, dude, will you just give up already?
Yeah. The Lamia turns to the Minotaur, looks at him and says, "It has failed. We must run." And she disengages and is going to try to weave through your major illusion. She gets to them and kind of, rears back. Blurg.
Yes.
So she's not going to answer my question?
No.
Rude.
Is she within my threat range? No, she's still
She
too far.
disengaged. And she disengaged.
She's fine. Okay, cool. It's all good because, damn. So the orb thing in front of me is this something that I could stand on?
No, it is all the way to the top of the ceiling.
Oh.
It's like a 30-foot tall. So the
Oh, so I can be under it then. That's what
Yes, you can be
Okay.
under it.
Okay, cool. So Yeah, because I'm gonna sort of move to like the middle, and spin around and.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. 15 to hit.
Who?
This one.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Oh, and 24.
Yep.
So, that's gonna be. You want me to give you just the total?
Yeah.
Okay. So in total between radiant and piercing, that's a total of 15, not great this time. 22 points of damage.
Okay. She's trying to run and get away. The 2 arrows catch her in the back, and she's like, "Ugh!" and slides across the ground.
And I'll spin around and look at the Minotaur. You're next! Blood Corrosive Binding.
All right.
Strength saving throw. It probably won't work, but
All
it's
right.
fine.
What do I have to do? Which strength?
Yep.
It's a 7.
He
Okay.
failed.
That's why you gotta try it.
Wow.
So in
This
that
poor
case,
Minotaur.
This Minotaur.
and okay, cool. So yep, can't use reactions. Speed is reduced till 0, and I'm going to amplify it.
Whoa.
Losing 3 hit points for myself. It cannot do that for an entire minute.
It can't
Holy
what again?
cow.
It can't move
Okay.
or take reactions.
Okay.
My eyes just pool a blood red.
Yeah. Heathcliff.
Okay, so this Minotaur is just within range for another Dissonant Whispers, but Heathcliff's going to mix it up this time, so it's not the Meow Mix song. It is inside its head, this Minotaur hears memories alone in the moonlight.
All right.
As it's, and I'm going to upcast that at 2nd level. That happened?
Man. Love this. Love this.
19
for us.
points of psychic damage unless it makes a DC 14 wisdom save.
DC 14 wisdom save.
I got you, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Why I can't pull that chat bar up anymore.
He fails.
He does fail.
He takes the full 19 points of psychic damage.
Jeez.
And if he was able to move, he would have to try to run away from me, but I think he is restrained. So.
All right. You do that. At this point, the goblins have take off. The Minotaur drops to his knees and drops his great axe. He's like, "Oh, we have failed," and pretty much surrenders.
Heck yeah.
Kalerecent, comes up. And looks at you all, and he's like, "It is a good day, friends, that you are here. How did you find me?"
I run up and give him a hug.
And he picks you up, spins you around.
Oh.
Lurg! And it's good to see you.
Good to see you, number one friend.
You've come out of the Brotherhood quite well, I see.
And this is the Mutual Admiration Society.
Ah. Yes.
And the illusionary guys also take off their hats.
Yeah.
But when they do, they explode into confetti.
Amazing.
He's like, "This is wonderful. This is a
I just-
fantastic day."
I just have one question.
Yes.
Where does that door go? Where does the portal lead?
That is a doorway to a
To
very
where?
ancient. That leads to a place called the Bane Warrens.
What
Place
does
we
that
do
mean?
not want to go ourselves or let any evil creature through. And unfortunately, the Mind Flayer has made it through, and I am afraid to find out. We need to find a way back inside to bring him out.
Or you can just send me, and I'll take care
That
of
door
it.
will not open again unless we find a way.
Are you saying that I'm
kicks
still trapped here?
I presume so.
Are there
At
any
least-
other portals to get me out of Ptolus? Because that was
Well,
my whole.
He's gonna go home.
I gotta go home.
We're really gonna miss her like a lot. But then she can
Well,
start.
You
a
have
second-
helped me, so I will help you. We will find you a way home.
So swears the Mutual Admiration Society.
Yeah.
And now,
So swears.
I
If
mean,
my-
So
don't get me wrong.
swears!
Don't get me wrong. I really have become super fond of you guys. But if you haven't guessed, fire's my deal. And y'all aren't about that here.
Well, just in the city. You are going to do very well here. I would love someone on my side to deal with the Pact Lords as you.
I mean,
tell you
until we find you a way home, this is a pretty lucrative thing to do.
Yeah.
yes.
That's
We
Yes,
will
and-
find you a way home.
And
And perhaps continue, my friend.
well, Kalerecent, my time as a delver has taught me that first things first, I must check to see if this troll was carrying a wallet.
Absolutely. And they all are they all have bone rings. And Kalerecent
Right.
looks around and he goes, I'm afraid that while we may have stopped them today, he looks back at the door, we still have much, much more work to do ahead of us. I'm afraid they will not stop. He turns back to you and goes, my friends, I put it to you. Who would like to help me and the Church of Lothian stop anyone from entering the Bane Warrens ever again? And that is our session. That is the end of the final session.
We've done it.
You have found
Just-
Kalerecent,
Oh gosh.
but unfortunately have found the entrance to the Bane Warrens. For those who don't know, the Bane Warrens is a pre-written adventure that you can get for levels. Well, it was originally 3.5 adventure. You can still pick it up and convert it to 5e at your wish.
And eventually it will be out in 5e and Cypher.
Yes. But it is currently available on Drive-Thru RPG. So if you want to
Heck yeah.
find out what happens with Kalerecent, if you want to find out what the Bane Warrens is all about, why the Pact Lords want to enter and get into it, well,
And find out if Kalerecent ever stops talking like that. The answer is no.
no. Hi, it's Kalerecent.
Spoilers for Blur. Spoilers. Okay.
Thank you all for coming out.
Oh my god.
It's
The
over
Minotaur-
and we're sad.
The Minotaur just did not pull his weight.
No, he really didn't.
He tried his best, and he
Maybe
was gonna.
we can lead
He
in
was
him.
gonna get offered like redemption at the beginning of Samira's next turn. Like she felt bad.
Oh yeah. It was an encounter I built and went, ooh, this is gonna be a tough one.
Hmm.
It's always those. It's always
DMing, am I
those-
right? DMing,
Right.
am I
Devin,
right?
Devin, we're totally adopting him. Samira is totally adopting this
I-
Minotaur.
Yeah,
Would love to have him as a friend.
Amazing.
it definitely is
My
possible.
my sixth friend, seventh friend, maybe.
Yes, yes. He will join us, and we will name him Cowboy.
Love it.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Love
Oh my
it.
god, this
well,
is the
let's-
best fucking time.
Yes.
This was amazing.
So
Oh,
sorry to leave it a little bit on a cliffhanger, but hopefully it's
of course.
an interesting one that
Mm.
people will want to check out and find out for themselves.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
let's we got a few more minutes. Mark, let's start with you because I know you've got a hard cutoff time. So tell people where they can find you.
Oh, hello. I'm
and all
Mark
that fun
Mears.
stuff.
You can find me on the Instagram. You can find me on the Twitter. I do a podcast called Stitch of Fate, a podcast by night. That drops every Friday, pretty much anywhere you might find a podcast. And we were recently honored, just last week, with 3 Audioverse Awards, including Best New Improvised Production, Little Red Dot, one for her very, very fine portrayal of...
Love her.
So yes, and our storyteller, Mathis Gaines, also won for Best Director. So very, very nice show that you might want to check out. And there is another show that I just started yesterday, and that is the Black Dice Society. That's an official Dungeons and Dragons Wizards of the Coast stream. That's on the YouTube and on their Twitch simultaneously. And that's every Thursday, just before a Critical Role. And it is adventures set in the realms of Ravenloft, DM'd by Mr. B. Dave Walters, with a fantastic cast of adventurers.
Yee,
Awesome.
exciting.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. It was great to have you here. and
And
joining
now-
in and bringing your unique sense of.
I'll hold on because I know if I leave, I will completely screw up
Yes.
the.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we
Yes.
will
Uh,
all.
So we'll
Yeah.
move fast. Throw it to who are you gonna throw it to?
I'm going to throw to Latia.
Heck yeah, it's me, your girl, Latia Jaquise. I'm everywhere at Latia Jaquise. You can find me on Sundays, well, for 2 more weeks at least, at twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep, where there are doppelgangers in Candlekeep, and that's a problem. So we're gonna figure out how we're gonna resolve that problem in the next 2 episodes. Other than that, I get a new graphics card tomorrow, so I'll be streaming. So you can
Heyo.
find me at twitch.tv/Latia Jaquise for my own stuff. Next Saturday is my birthday. I'll be streaming for my birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe there'll be some guitar playing involved. I don't know. Just come watch. It's gonna be a great time. Duval, go.
Yo, hey everybody. Jacob here, Duval King Jacob on the interwebs, the Twitters, the Instas, the Twitches. God, what a fucking awesome situation this has all been. Thank you so much for having me. I am overwhelmed. My heart is literally beating out of my chest. So I'm the host and dungeon master for a little show called Duval and Dragons every other Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/SoMetaGames. Check that out. Also co-founder of the Amphitheater. We stream Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays at the Amphitheater, so check that out. Bunch of stuff on my link tree to check out, but in particular for the rest of the weekend. On Sunday night, I'll be in a Star Wars stream on twitch.tv/big bearded nerd. So check that out, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Some fun Star Wars stuff, which I haven't done in a while. So check that out. But yeah, I'm all over the map. I love RockPunch ATL. I love all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And like Blurb is my wallpaper. Like I love him so much.
Well, RockPunch loves you,
Oh,
Jacob. You're all obviously you're now part of the club because both Latia and Mark and Jeff are all RockPunch veterans, and now so are you. Da-da-da-da-da. So the next goal is to get you and Latia on D4, maybe.
I would be honored.
Anyways,
Jeez.
that's not my call to make. I don't make those decisions. Anyways, hey y'all, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Babs the Bat. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @RealBabsTheBat. It's right here, all typed out for you. I am the creative director, marketing person, wearer of many hats here at RockPunch. I help produce D4. I helped produce this with my lovely husband, Dustin, who is one of the co-DMs of D4, which is Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on right here at RockPunch, or you can watch it on the official D&D Twitch channel because they are partnered with Wizards of the Coast. They just celebrated their 100th episode last week, so
Yay!
As Devin said, we are now on to episode 101, the college years. But you can also find me on my channel, Chaotic Tiefling ATL. We do a lot of weird creative things over there. We have a Shakespeare live read show. Our next show is April 17th. We're doing Macbeth. It's gonna be a fun time. And we have 2 other D&D shows. We've got some other stuff in the works. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Just follow me on Twitter. Follow me. This is the easiest way to keep up with what's going on. There's so many things. So
All the things.
yes, all of the things. So, and then I'm throwing it. Let me say, Latia, thank you again so much for asking us to partner with you guys on this. This was amazing.
You're so welcome. Again, I'm so glad that this is the very first streaming thing that I got to do for the new job.
Yes.
Very excited to have put it together and have it gone off and have it be as wonderful and as amazing as I always knew it would be.
Yes.
And I can't wait to do it again. So
And thank
I
you to
gotta come up
everyone
with-
that tuned in
heck yeah.
Yeah,
all these episodes.
You're
absolutely.
amazing.
This is so good.
And I am your dungeon master for this, Jeffrey N. Baker. I am with all things Jeffrey N. Baker. Seriously, if you search for that, you'll be fine. Google it, and it should be the top. this has been, for me, kind of 10 years in the making, in a sense, and it was fantastic to be able to do this. Thank you again to all the players. Thank you again to Monty.
You're incredible,
Games.
man. Seriously.
You did
Roll20.
wonderful.
Everybody,
Incredible job.
I hope one day maybe we could pick up with this group in the future and have another little fun and see where
Rob.
Yes.
where they end up and hear
love it.
more from Kalerecent. Thank you all. We'll see you around. I believe we are rating somebody.
Yes, we are rating the wonderful people over at Massive Damage Adventures who have started a Cypher System superhero campaign that will be going for the next 4 weeks. They should have just started, I think now, or an hour ago. I don't remember what time they start, but they should still be going now. Show them a whole lot of love. They're sponsored by Monty Cook as well. And if you hang out in their chat, you might win a $25 gift card to the store.
Heyo.
Get yourself some Ptolus stuff or something that.
What are we yelling at them when we raid?
I don't know. Just I don't know. Monty Cook love. I don't know. I have no idea.
Something like that.
I just want to do like my really bad Jeffrey and Bicker impression. City by the spire.
There was City by the Spire.
There it is.
Actually, Tallest Raid. Yeah, just
Tallest Raid.
Tallest Raid.
Love it.
I will probably jump on stream as well while we raid. So if anybody wants a Q&A on my Jeffrey and Baker after this,
Heck yeah.
feel free to jump in there. You want to ask
Love
questions
it.
about
Oh,
Ptolus.
dude, yeah, I'll just hang
more
out.
information. Jump over to that on Twitch, twitch.tv, Jeffrey and Baker.
Hey.
Ah.
Thank you,
Got it.
everybody.
Much love, everyone.
everybody.
Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good one.